This is Jonathan Agger, Fifth Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Daley Perales, the Daley Effect, here in Dubai ahead of Floyd Mayweather against Deji. You're of course Deji's coach. Daley, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine, doing great.
Good stuff. First of all, obviously, I want to get to know you a bit more, and for the fans to get to know you a bit more. So, first question: what initially attracted you to coaching, and did you have much of a career outside of coaching in boxing?
Yeah, I come from a family of fighters. We were all professional fighters in my family. Two of my older brothers done very well. I done amateur. I was a professional. My career got cut short because of an injury. So that's why I turned to coaching. But I always said to myself, if I'm gonna turn to coaching, I'm gonna make sure I do it to win and not just take on any kind of fighter. So yeah.
What made you turn to coaching after sort of retiring instead of doing maybe anything else?
Oh, because boxing is all I know, man. So it's in our blood, it's in my family. So I've got a lot of knowledge, and I've gained more knowledge by becoming a coach as well, because you're forever learning in boxing. So yeah, I mean, it's all I know, man. So it's my passion.
Are there any particular coaches that inspire you, people you look up to in the game?
So like modern day coaches, I appreciate modern day coaches, but I prefer old school. So like Customato, and one of my favorite coaches of all time is Emmanuel Stewart.
And have you taken bits from their styles and implemented into your own teaching?
So my methods and my style really comes from watching fights, because ultimately that's what anyone you train, pro fighters, they're getting in the ring to fight. So I like sitting there and analysing fights, every detail, every aspect of fights. That's where I get my knowledge from. But what I take from coaches like Emmanuel Stewart, who's one of my inspirations as a coach, is more the mindset, you know, how they can get information across to their fighters, and then that fighter go out there and apply it, you know. So for me, that's a sign of a great coach, if you can tap into that personality, that human being, and unlock things that they don't even realize they've got there, you know.
And when did you start working with Deji? Because he was on a run of, I think, 3 defeats, and then he turned it around, knocked out Fuzi, a great win. A lot of people said he improved a lot. So when did you start first working with him?
It was like in the middle of February 2021, so not long. It's like just under 9 months this has been of hard work. You know, with him, it's about, you know, surrounding him around my professional boxers, so he understands what boxing is really about, you know, especially from the mindset point of view, building that boxing mentality, that character, to not only perform inside the ring, but also conduct yourself as a real athlete outside of the ring. So I actually got into the YouTube scene because my younger brother is King Kenny. So that's the only reason why I got into it. And then Deji's management reached out because he saw the transformation in Kenny after he's never ever boxed before in his life, you know, so that's how it come about.
And obviously you made it clear in Friday's press conference in London that it's not going to be a gimmick and you're not here just to sort of take part. Is that sort of the mindset you have going into this? I mean, how seriously have you guys taken it?
No, you gotta take things serious. One, it's Floyd Mayweather. He's one of the greatest fighters to ever live. So you can't go in there thinking it's just going to be some mess around, because then he could end up getting really, you know, hurt real bad. And you know, in boxing, there's a lot of people have had serious injuries, and there's been a lot of deaths as well. So you have to take it serious. Yes, it's an exhibition, but you've got to treat it like a real fight. It is an exhibition, as I said, so it's about him enjoying the experience, which is vital to all the fights that are going to come after Floyd Mayweather, where his record will be on the line, you know. So enjoy himself, embrace it.
Talk to me about a bit of the training. I saw you guys go out to Vegas. I think he was sparring with Floyd Diaz, who's fighting this weekend. What did you take from that experience in Vegas?
It's gonna sound funny because Floyd Mayweather is one of my boxing inspirations, right, along with Roy Jones. But when I went to Vegas, some people were like, "Weren't you like happy that you saw Floyd Mayweather?" And I was thinking about it. I was like, "Yeah, I was happy I saw Floyd Mayweather, but I'm a boxing purist, you know." So when I was there, I was just gathering all the information I can from being inside Mayweather gym. After the press conference, I stayed behind. I was watching the fighters, watching how the coaches train the fighters, then in Top Rank, soaking up the atmosphere there, getting connections with boxing managers and promoters and boxing coaches. That's, for me, was more important to me than being there just because it's Floyd Mayweather.
And, you know, when you look at Mayweather, he's obviously been retired 7 years from professional. He's had all these exhibition bouts. When you're looking at him, are you looking at, you know, his previous fights with Pacquiao and all that, or are you looking at his recent exhibitions to come up with a game plan?
Both, you know, because as I said, Mayweather's one of the best to do it ever. So it's Floyd Mayweather. You know, no one's been able to beat him. But you still got to study him. You still got to understand his triggers, his patterns, what he's good at, what he doesn't like, because there is a couple of things that he doesn't like, and that's what makes him so great as well, because he doesn't like certain things, so he makes sure he makes sure that he doesn't get himself in those situations. But it's just very hard for someone to unlock, you know, the things that he doesn't like and take him to that place, you know. So watch the old stuff, because you learn a lot from that, but also you learn a lot from his exhibitions as well, because obviously he's getting older, so you learn a lot from that as well.
He's one of the greatest of all time, and no one can really forgive Deji for saying in that press conference that if he lands a punch, it's a success, considering everything Deji's been through as well. But for you as the coach, what do you want to see from Deji? Surely, you know, ideally you'd want to see him dominate and win, but obviously it's Floyd Mayweather. So what's your mindset towards it?
Well, as it's an exhibition, there's no winner or loser. So I just want him to go in there, enjoy the experience, and I said this is not going to happen again. So don't go in there and be hesitating. Yes, it's Floyd Mayweather, but from a boxing point of view, don't step in there and give him too much respect, because he will smell and sense all those things, you know, and then probably jump on you, you know. So he's just got to be smart in there, stick to a game plan, and enjoy it.
And just sort of finally on Deji, obviously his brother KSI is going to be ringside for the fight. I mean, I've heard that they've sparred each other before and things like that. Were you there for those sessions? And if so, what would you say they were like?
Yeah, he's a very busy man, but he come down to camp, and he done some sparring with Kenny and his brother, and with Deji. But it was more like a friendly spar, you know. You know, they weren't killing each other. You know what I mean? So it's just to come down, see what we're doing at the end of camp, finish up camp, and it was good to have him down.
Daley, thanks for talking to pro boxing fans. You've obviously got this on Sunday, then I know you're going to Texas for Kenny's fight, so busy times. Just finally, just tell the fans sort of your goals in, say, the next 2-3 years in terms of your coaching career.
Oh, that's easy. Building world champions, making world champions, and leaving behind, you know, something my family can be proud of, not just myself, but something that my family can be proud of for where I've come from in life to where I am now. Been a lot of ups and downs, but I've stayed true to who I am in this boxing world. And that's one thing with me, you're always gonna get it real, you know? I'm always gonna be real. What you see on social media, all that training, if I invite you down to the gym, you're gonna see the exact same thing live. And that's what I want people to see. I want people to see the realness in me as a person and the realness in me as a coach. And that's it.
If they want to hit you up on social media, what's your handles? How does everyone follow you?
The Daley effect. That's it. But don't confuse it with like everyday. Daily. It's Daley. The Daley effect.
There you have it. Daley Perales. Thanks for talking to Pro Boxing fans. We look forward to seeing how this plays out Sunday.
Thanks, man.